What's that you say? There's a quirky, cool new internet show.
We're back, the ReWandWho show here at the Branded Saloon.
And we're raising hell.
I'm Johnny Young, the Who, and my dear friend Ru.
Hey, and Russell.
And Russell.
Yeah, we have Russell ChaMBLiSS in the house.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming. So you have a handful of goods.
Yes, I have a couple of gifts for you. I want to give you my first CD, which is called Love Electric Volume 1. And I'm actually promoting pretty much both albums right now.
Awesome.
And I want to also give you my book.
Wow.
Which is
A
called,
boy, a dog.
And A Journey to Glory. It's called The Race Against Time.
Wow.
Yes. And that is for you, for your
you got to autograph it.
I already did.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. So is it a novel?
It's pretty much a novel, yes. Now, there's a story behind this book. The story was actually a feature-length screenplay that I wrote when I was receiving my master's at Boston University.
Right.
And then what I did was I eventually converted it into a full-length book.
Wow.
Now, the objective is to get the story, on the big screen.
Okay.
It's more of like it's not really a children's book, but it's more of like a Disney film. When people read this, when they read it, the first thing that comes to mind is Disney.
Right. Now, is there a princess in there?
No princess.
Is there a rugged kind of tomboy girl in there?
Actually, one of the characters could be a girl, and she could be the girl. Yes.
So it's a boy Disney film?
It's a boy Disney.
Like Toy Story?
Well, here's the thing about the story. Okay, it could be. Everybody keeps telling me it should be an animated film.
Okay,
so
that's where you get the
yeah.
So it could be. It doesn't have
It
to
could
be
like Toy Story.
It could be it could be like not only Disney, but it could be any animator.
Like Pixar,
yeah.
Like Pixar, something like that. Yes.
Because Oh wow! Wow. So who are how many characters are in there?
There's about 4 or 5 characters.
A boy, a dog, and a journey to glory.
Yeah,
so,
Sonny Hoskins is the main character in the story.
Sonny, and that's a boy.
Yeah, he's a boy, and he adopted Dutch, which is the greyhound in the book. So he adopts a dog, and he pretty much pleads to his father to allow him to adopt the dog. Now, the family, they're kind of like in financial dire straits. They're having financial problems. And the father is, his name's George Hoskins, that's the father. And he's suffering from like a malignant tumor, and he has to have surgery in order to remove it. The problem is that he just lost his job, so now they can't have surgery. So the boy, Sonny...
So there was no Obamacare.
That's what I was thinking.
No Medicare, no Obamacare, nothing like that. So Sonny comes up with the idea to enter Dutch, the greyhound, into the greyhound races. It's called the Thornwood Greyhound Races.
How'd you think of this?
I just made it up. I really did. Now, I mean, I pretty much based it on my life, and the animals that we had, because
did you have a dog named Dutch?
Growing up, we always had animals in the house, and now we had a Saint Bernard, and his name was Dutch. Yes.
Okay.
And so,
I knew people that had a German Shepherd named Dutch.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So what Sonny does is he enters the dog into the greyhound races in hopes that the dog will win the races, so that he can win the prize money to help pay for his father's surgery.
That's so sweet.
So that's pretty much the premise.
Synopsis.
Yeah.
That's good.
Wow, that's really cute.
And Dutch, Dutch really reminded me of my boy.
So it's almost like an old Yeller, though. Like
Exactly,
I could see it being real people too.
That's right.
Yeah, like one of those classics that just go down in history.
That's right.
So we need a good Lassie dog.
Yeah, we're going to find that in a while.
Exactly.
Especially an animated film, because I think that it would really bring the kids to the movie and stuff like that. And the story really covers greyhound racing in general. Because there's been like a lot of negative feedback on greyhounds and the racing and the sport
and the abuse.
And the abuse. And this book does touch upon that in certain ways.
I don't know.
It's not graphic though.
I don't know. My mind just goes straight somewhere else. As soon as you say the abuse, I go right to the NFL. What is your take on the NFL right now? I don't know. I hear that word. Do you think that women are going to start coming out of the woodwork? Because I heard of a new one today.
I know, I did too.
Well, he gave a press conference this afternoon.
The new one? The new
he's
one?
gonna, I don't know, he's just going to try to
The new one that
explain
headbutted
himself
his wife and
that
broke her
possibly
nose?
can be done.
I don't know. I just feel like a whole can of worms just opened, and but not only the NFL. It's going to be throughout sports, throughout celebrityism. I think. I mean, you grew up. I hate to bring it up, but you did grow up in an athlete family.
Yes, I did.
His dad is
Chris ChaMBLiSS, he played for the New York Yankees.
right.
okay.
Yeah.
He actually played for 3 teams. He played for the Cleveland Indians, the New York Yankees, and the Atlanta Braves.
Wow.
His career spanned over he played for 17 years in the major leagues.
Now, when he was a family man, baseball player, was any of this stuff even known about?
I mean, just abuse and stuff like that.
Domestic violence within the athletes?
It's
the
never
Yankees?
always.
Yeah.
I think
The social media, they say, is what's destroying this privacy.
social media is going to bring it more to light now because people have more access to all the stories.
And now that some have popped, other ones are saying,
Well, they say that there's also the possibility, especially in football, because it's such a violent sport, that when you get brain damage, you can tend to have a short fuse.
That's right.
That's one of the symptoms.
so they're saying that that's part of it?
Well, no, they're
What about
saying that can be a factor that may add to
that's definitely a
the
factor.
problem.
I mean, a lot of the things that people don't understand is that a lot of these athletes come from, not all of them, but some of them come from
different kind of backgrounds.
different broken homes.
Yeah.
And they've had some issues
And
growing up.
that's their way of escaping the poverty.
This is the way of a lot of the times their problems surface. And it surfaces in different ways. And sometimes
Like everybody else, it's just they are public characters,
That's right.
and now it's coming to light.
Any organization
a lot of
that
sports-
involves a lot of
A
money.
lot of sportsmen
they're gonna
had
cover it up.
Little league dads, so I was pushing them from behind,
Yeah, that's it,
reliving
that's
their career through their children,
Their lives,
just
yeah.
like stage moms
same
in
thing.
show business.
And that really affects their mental
I
capacity.
Yeah.
It really does.
They,
And
they're
then when you
moral.
are so successful, you do think, I mean, I hate it, I love the girl, but look at Lindsay Lohan, it's the same.
Yeah.
But you got to realize that money is influence in this whole thing, and their moral compass is a little skewed.
And then you get Solange in the
Because of the
elevator,
money
too.
involved, because of the millions involved, their moral compass is skewed.
It doesn't matter what sport that you talk about. Business is the main priority.
Yeah,
and like
exactly.
I said, money. And
Money
with
is
money,
the problem.
and these guys are making so much money that it's stressful, and people don't really realize just how much stress
Yeah.
there is on these players because they're making so much money, and so now they're expected to perform at a particular level. I mean,
Exactly.
They want to win.
Right, and if
All
they
right.
don't, if they don't,
I don't know, you said the...
Anyway, back to the book.
Yeah, the Greyhound made me think of this, you know?
So what are the CDs about?
Yeah, let's go back to your music, Russell. But,
Okay.
do you have one word or one sentence about all that athletic stuff? Do you think it's good that it's getting public?
I think it should come to light. I think people need to understand that these athletes cannot get away with
Good, that's what I
abuse.
wanted to
Right,
hear.
okay,
No
good.
doubt about it.
Cool, that's what I wanted to hear. So, talk to me about Love Electric, because that's what they need to hear, is more about the love.
Yes.
And the Love Electric, yeah.
So, Love Electric, volumes 1 and 2 are out right now on iTunes.
Nice.
The genre is pretty much electronica. It's all pretty much instrumental.
Synthesizer?
Yes, exactly. And now, I'm not a musician per se. I'm mostly a composer.
Programmer?
I'm a composer and arranger.
Right.
Okay.
Now, this is how it all started. My background is really obviously baseball, but it's also film as well. So I'm a film editor and also a film director.
Oh, okay.
And you are a camera person too.
Cinematographer. as
Because
well.
we
Yes.
were doing
Yeah.
our video,
That's
you
right.
were
That's
the
right.
camera
I
person.
cannot wait for our editor to
Yeah.
get this thing out.
Yeah.
We are waiting
Sonny and I have a
patiently.
song that is about to come out one day.
Yes, I enjoyed shooting you guys. And it was,
That was a really fun
That was
day.
a blast.
It
That
was
fun.
really fun.
And she scripted it out nice, so.
Yeah, she did.
Svetlana, we love you.
Yeah, that's right.
So, all right. So,
So-
Love Electric.
So what I did was I pretty much applied my editing skills to composing and arranging music.
Okay.
And I really found out that it was really a perfect niche for me. And obviously, for me also, I have a good ear for music. My father listened to a lot of jazz
Okay.
as I was growing up. And I mean, he had like
There goes the bird.
And
wait, at the house, at the house, he had at least 20 boxes full of vinyl records of like just old school jazz, like ReW, Shack Attack, Patrice Rushen.
you got a lot to listen to.
Yeah, so I just, I would like as a kid, I would just look at the records and just kind of research. It was almost like doing research.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Listening to the music, and that's how I really had a love, really developed a love for jazz.
So do you consider this like electronic jazz?
Yeah. What I try to do is incorporate the jazz sound into my songs.
Right.
And
That's cool.
yeah, I mean, I really want some sort of a melody for each song.
Does it have some of that kind of electronic, like dance beat?
It does. It has like the the club aspect to it,
Okay.
the club dance aspect to it, but it also has a jazz sound to it as well. And
Did you sample stuff from those old records, or you just like?
excuse me.
Did you sample stuff?
No,
textures
I didn't sample anything. This is all from loops and stuff that I actually wrote myself.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I did a combination of everything. But
So
I
do you have
don't
a
like to
studio?
sample.
Like, is that like your I feel like you're like a mad scientist.
I feel like it.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm feeling.
The computers-
Go into your
The computer
chamber.
has really changed everything and opened some doors for
Yeah,
a lot of people to be able to.
Yeah, allows people to really
So,
express their creativity.
Will Love Electric
Amazing
be
thing.
the soundtrack to the movie?
Could be.
There you
It
go.
definitely could be. Once this thing gets out there.
A boy, a dog. Is there a mother
I
in
might.
there?
Actually, the mother passed.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah,
That's a
I'm
lot.
sorry. Yeah, but the mother passed away.
It's like a '60s TV show, you know.
That's right.
The mom's never around. The
Yeah,
dad's
the
left with the
dad.
kids.
Courtship of Eddie's
What
father.
was with that whole show?
Exactly. I could be Mrs. Livingston.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
So no, it was just the father. It was just the father
It
and the
is.
son.
Do you remember Nanny and the Professor?
No, I don't.
All right, forget that.
No, I don't.
Today is National Butterscotch Pudding Day.
Nice.
I got some butterscotch for you,
Thank you.
but I need to get a skeleton from your closet.
I've seen so many shows, and so I had some time to think about
All
this.
right.
So I do have a
A
skeleton.
formulated skeleton.
Yeah,
His skeleton is filming us.
It's actually kind of a funny story. It was back in my childhood.
Yes.
When I was living in Saddle River, New Jersey at the time, I guess I was like 10 or 11 years old. Our next door neighbor had a dog named Digby. Okay, just a crazy mutt that would just always come on our property, and he was a wild one, and he was very temperamental. You never knew what he was going to do. Very spontaneous dog,
Right.
very scary. So anyway, one day, me and my friends were out in the front yard just playing, and here comes Digby. Okay, and we all just kind of welcomed him, and he was happy to see us and everything. And for some weird reason, he didn't like one of my friends, Scott. For some reason, he didn't like him. And so Digby decides, just out of the clear blue, to attack his leg and bite the pant leg of his leg.
Oh,
So he's trying to rip like this kid's pant leg apart, and we just all start laughing out, and we ran in the house and locked him out.
Oh no!
While Digby was like just ripping
Oh
his
my
kid's pants.
gosh!
Yeah. I felt bad about it.
He'll never be the same.
He probably never was the same.
I still hear about it to this day. He still gets on me about it.
Oh, okay.
Well, bring him a butterscotch.
Yeah, lock me out.
Yeah.
That damn dog.
He
Wow.
ordered for the whole box of butterscotches from me.
Yeah. So what's your website that you want people to check out your stuff?
Well, right now,
Facebook.
I'm an up and coming, music composer and arranger. So
Right.
my website's under construction right now.
That's fine.
However, I do have a website for my books, and if anybody wants to purchase a book or a CD, you go to www.booksbyruss.com.
Oh, yeah, Tilly would like
Booksbyruss.com.
And you can just go on the guest book and
Can we hear
request
a little sample of the music on
Oh,
that?
absolutely.
And the music's playing with his pictures.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, you have it playing right now?
not right now, but the beginning and the end of our little
great.
segment.
Okay,
That's where we have it.
great. What song was it? Electronic X, I think? I think that's the one I sent you guys.
What's another one?
Space Groove.
That's the one I
Space
sent.
Groove?
Yeah, that's the one I
Nice.
sent.
I like that. Yeah.
Space Groove. Yeah.
Great.
So
Well,
Cool.
here's this is something that I want to mention about
okay.
the music. It's not just about making the music and composing and just trying to get an album out. Eventually, I want to get a group to actually perform my music. And
That would be cool.
That's going to be the next step, is to actually get it. And I have a whole concept in mind as to how I want to present, the group.
I feel like it's like Love Unlimited.
Love Unlimited?
Yeah, do you remember that?
Yeah, Love Limited Orchestra, sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you've heard of Daft Punk.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Oh, so you're going to wear one of those things on your head?
We might.
Oh,
We might have one of those
wow.
crazy costumes, you never know. But
That's cool.
It's kind of along those
Well,
lines.
it looks like that a little bit.
Yeah.
You could have the mask,
Yeah,
right?
well, the robotic girl.
That's cool.
Yeah, so.
Well, it's such a pleasure, and thank you so much for visiting us. Would
Thank
you
you
like
for
to
having
push a button?
Awesome.
Yes, definitely. I like that.
For you. It suits you. It totally suits you. Thanks you, Rush. ChaMBLiSS. Thank you so much. Anytime. We will be back. We got more.
Go in Brooklyn.
Thank you so much.
Featuring rising stars and living legends too.